In last video, we discussed about the sun in the third house of the horoscope. In this video, we are going to talk about what happens when you have moon in the third house of your horoscope. So keep watching. Namaste and welcome to Pramanik Astrology channel. I'm your host Prasad Mahazani, help you raise your vibrations and become your true self with the help of Vedic Astrology. And if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. You will be getting Vedic astrological videos just like this one. These videos will help you go further faster into Vedic astrological studies. If you're not following me on Instagram, well, this is my ID. Go follow me on Instagram. And if you're looking for readings and consultations, check out the link into the description section. If you have any question, add me on Instagram at Pramanik Astrology, or you can comment down below to the relevant videos, and I read all the comments and I reply to almost all the DMs. Okay, so add me on Instagram. So moon in the third house of the horoscope. Moon, what is moon? The first thing which comes to my mind when I think of moon is mind. Moon is all about your mind. Moon also signifies your opinions. Moon also signifies the nourishment. Moon also signifies the emotional and nurturing you will get. Moon is all about the manas. Moon signifies all the things signified by Cancer. Okay, so moon is all about your mother, your happiness, your home, your grounding. Okay, so all that things. Moon is also your emotional quotient. Moon is all about the emotions. What is the third house? Third house is the innermost feelings you have. Third house is the house of your courage. Third house is the house of your siblings, younger siblings. Third house is the house of your short distance travel. Third house is the house of your skills. Whatever skills you are going to acquire in this life, you will get the hints about it from your third house. It is very important to know about it if you want to know your purpose, passion, and life. Okay, ascendant is important. Third house is all about your skills and ambition. Third house is all about your skills. The skills which you are going to acquire in this lifetime can be seen from the third house. Especially the skills with your hands can be seen from the third house. Whether you'll be good with the hands, the handwork can be seen from the third house. Third house is also the house of the instructions. Third house is also the house of competition. Third house is also the house of the strength. Third house is a Parakrama house. So whatever courage you have, whatever strength you have, whatever ambitions you have, all these can be seen from the third house. Third house also signifies your hobbies. Whatever you have, the inner likes and dislikes, especially the inner desires of your mind, which is what? Which is all about hobbies. So third house is also about your hobbies. Third house is also about the media and a communication. Your skills of communication can be seen from the third house of your horoscope. Now, what happens when moon, the planet of your mind, your inner self, your private life, your opinions is coming into the third house? Okay, what is the first signification of the third house? Third house is all about your skills. When you have mind in the house of your skill, the conjunction of moon into the third house, so what it does is you have a very great skills of the hands. Okay, you work very well with your hands, and whatever hobbies you have, it has to do with it has something to do with your hands, like you're painting, you are crafting something. So your hands are very instrumental. So these hands, the skills of your hands become very important when it comes to the third house. And when you have moon in the third house, you will use this art, you will use this craft for your inner peace. Another signification of the third house is about the ambition and will or willpower. Again, that fluctuating nature of moon impacts the willpower. At one time, these guys are ready to take on anything, and other day they don't feel like doing anything. This is moon. Welcome to moon in the third house. Moon in the third house. What is the third house? Third house is 12th to the fourth house. In a natural horoscope, the fourth house signifies the Cancer, mother, happiness, home, grounding, the netter, all those things. Now moon is signifying all those things, but is placed into the 12th house to the fourth house, that is the third house. And what is the 12th house? 12th house is the house of loss and the dissolution of the self. So the fourth gets dissolved into the third. What is fourth? Fourth house is your mother. And what is the third house? Third house is the house of your younger siblings. And what happens when you have younger sibling? Attention of your mother goes to your younger sibling. So for you, your younger sibling is a loss to the fourth house of your horoscope. The attention of your mother, the happiness you're going to get from your mother, the happiness from the love of the mother. Okay, so when moon is placed into the third house, these guys face challenges with the fourth house things. Okay, but fourth house is also the house of your happiness, and they can get happiness from their younger siblings. Wherever you have moon placed in your horoscope, you are going to be emotionally attached with that area of your life. When you have moon in the third house of your horoscope, you will be emotionally attached to your younger siblings. If moon is into some other place, you are attached to that place. If you have moon in the first house, you are attached to yourself. People might think you are selfish, but you love yourself. Okay, because moon is into the first house. Moon into the second house, you love money. Okay, people might feel you are all about money, or you're money minded, but that is not the truth. It is just that your moon is placed into the second house of the finances. So all your focus is into the second house. Today we are talking about the third house of the horoscope. When you have moon in the third house, you have all the focus into the third house of your horoscope. So your life is all, the person with the moon in the third house will have peace when they are working towards their hobbies, towards the third house things, and they are emotionally attached to all the third house things, like short distance travel, like communicating with the people, like courage, ambition, all these things. And now you are attached, your mind is into all these things. So these people do well into media industry, in a communication. They are the masters of communication, because third house also has the energy of Gemini, and moon is also that changing energy. You know, moon always changes its shape every single day according to the tithi, and that's what third house is all about. It is always changing. Okay, third house also signifies your strength, and moon is your timidness. Moon is not a courageous planet like Mars, Rahu, Sun, or a royal planet like a Jupiter. Okay, moon is kind of a timid planet. Okay, it is a Shubha Graha, but more so it is a timid planet. By the way, malefics do wonderful job into the third house. I forgot to mention this when we were talking about the third house significations. Mars, Rahu, Sun loves to be in the third house. Third house is the first Kama Trikona house. So the person with the moon in the third house is not a courageous person. So the moon energy in the third house feel little bit uncomfortable for this signification of the third house. Okay, the Chandra or the moon loves the desirous nature of the third house, the Kama Trikon, the first house in the Kama Trikon trine. So moon loves the Kama Trikon side of the third house. Moon is also all about the desires. Okay, we are born into this body because we have some desires. So moon loves the desirous nature of the third house, and it makes the person even more desirous. So he is kind of a, I won't say selfish, but the person with the moon in the third house is always looking for what he can do for himself. Okay, because third house is also the house of your self effort. Third house is the house of communication. Okay, and moon is kind of a private planet. He is not like a open planet, like a sun who likes to go out and showcase that yes, I'm the king. Moon is more like a fourth house private planet. Okay, he's like a Cancer, so he loves to be in its own shell, in its own private life, and he does not like to showcase his own skills. He's more about thinking and feeling rather than acting and showing. So moon is all about the body, and third house is the house of your strength and willpower. Third house is also the house of your skills, communication and media. Moon also signifies skills in arts and music. Why arts and music? Because art and music has that rhythm. Just like moon. Moon is going up from new moon, going to the full moon, and again coming back to the new moon. So it is always changing in a rhythmic pattern. It has the pattern for all the tithis and full moon and new moon. Okay, so it has that rhythm. And third house is the house of the skills. So the person with the moon in the third house is good with music and dance. Another signification of the third house is about the ambition and willpower. Again, that fluctuating nature of moon impacts the willpower. At one time these guys are ready to take on anything, and other day they don't feel like doing anything. This is moon. Welcome to moon in the third house. So let us summarize what is moon in the third house. Moon is that fluctuating energy. Moon is all about body. Moon is all about your mother. Happiness is about your emotions, desires, opinions. Third house is all about your siblings, skills, ambitions, strength. Is the 12th house to the 4th house of your mother. Third house is all about your willpower, your skills with the hands, your communication, and your short distance travel. Okay, so when moon is into the third house, it impacts with its fluctuation and opinions and emotional nature all the significations of the third house. Okay, so yes, this was moon as much as I could hold, grasp and share with you guys. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, hit that like button, subscribe if you aren't already, and sending you tons of positive energy, sending you high vibrations. See you in the next videos. Love and peace.